Hello, my name is Whitney.Siudzinski and I'm a student at Regency Beauty Institute, and today I'm going to be showing you a disconnected diagonal line forward. And this is my friend Sally, and here we go. So first what you're wanting to do is section the hair into different quadrants. What I like to do is a horseshoe shape on the top. So go ahead and get your partings. Next, make a parting down the back to split the hair right in half. Then you're going to take it from the top of the ear up. Do this for both sides. So this is what you want it to look like. And then next in the back, in one of your sections, take down about a quarter of hair. Make your partings diagonal down. So that it looks like this. Alright, and begin. So now what we're going to do is we're going to establish the guide, and what you want to do is kind of measure from ear to ear towards the center. You're just going to take it and cut a little bit. So now I have this small little guide right here. You can barely see it. As my guide to connect from here. And then I'm going to drop some of this hair down right here and connect it. Right, now we've established our line going forward, and she does have curly hair, just want to keep that in mind. And what we did is we just took 1/2 inch subsections on both sides to connect them, as you can see. And now we're going to start the other side. Now the only difference on this side is that we're not taking this first quadrant down because it's going to be our disconnected. So this is going to be extremely long compared to what this is. So just go ahead and do this side to match it up with this side that you have going for you. So go ahead and start that. So now that you have the other side lined up, we're going to go ahead and do our stacked layers. So create a little mohawk going down the center, and you're going to want to drop about 1 inch of hair down so that you don't cut into your perimeter. Decide where you want to do the first layer and go ahead and cut. And then you're going to use it as a traveling guide. And one thing I like to do as I go towards each side is that because it gets longer on the ends, I go out just a little bit further from where my guide is. So now we finish our stacking. As you can tell that it kind of goes up, but we still have our A line down here. And then on this side, what I did is slowly, as you can kind of tell, it kind of goes down, just so that it connects a little bit better with both sides. So then on this side, This is going to be our disconnected. Just take about half of it down and decide where you want it to be. So we're going to just take a little bit off. And what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of going to slither down so that has a little bit of a connection, but we want it to be very separated. And do it to the other side. And have it come to a point. You see that? And go ahead and bring the other half down and do the same. Just kind of follow what you had before. Just make sure that you still have your point. So now we have it on both sides because we're going to do a little bit of a bang in the front. So now what we're going to do is take the top down and establish where she parts her hair, on which side. For Sally, she parts it on this side, which is why we decided to do the U shape. Parting for the top. So just go ahead and take a little section. Will you pause it for a second? So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the top of where we cut it to the bottom. So when we're going to do it with the slizering technique that you used before. And then just kind of pump your thumb and slowly drag it down. Because we don't want this part to be connected to the underneath. That is another part of the disconnect. So when you pull it out, you can see how it just goes down. Go ahead and continue that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give her a little bit of texturing. And the way we're going to be doing it is you're going to hold the hair flat towards the front. And then you're going to take your razor and you're just going to kind of brush over the top of it so that when it lays over, the shorter layers are pushing up the longer layers. So you're just going to take it and you just kind of brush over the top of it. And it does look like we are taking off a lot, but in reality, how thick her hair is, we're barely taking anything. And this will just create some texture for us. And see what that did? Took out some of the bulk, and it also gave us a little bit of volume. So now we're going to blow dry her so that we can see where we are with the cut. Now we're going to get it all straight since she has curly hair. And so go ahead and style whoever it is that you're doing this cut on, and we'll come back. Alright, this is our final results. We just went ahead and styled her up. So we have the A-line going this way, and we've got it connecting. And then on this side, we've got our little disconnected asymmetrical. And then in the back, we've got it all nice and stacked. And here is our little A-line that we started out with in the beginning. And there's our haircut.